Hello and welcome to the historic and very first edition of Shooting with the Brothers. My name is Mahlatse and Mphahlele. As you can see, I'm joined by my colleagues, Marc, the TimesLIVE sports editor, and Sazi Hadebe, the Sunday Times senior football writer. Gentlemen,
Mahlatse, I'm glad you got historic, because just the three bras in one room is historic.
Yeah, maybe it's historic.
No. Three bras in one room is historic.
Yeah.
And to have them shooting is doubly historic. Yeah. So I'm glad you got it in. But carry on.
Right. Yeah. No, I think this, as he says, is very, very historic. We're going to be doing this maybe once or twice a week, where we touch on the major talking points in our football. And we'll start with the Nedbank Cup final. I think before we get to the football, let's just start with you, Marc. Talk about the drama that has unfolded this week with the ticketing and all that kind of stuff. There was a press conference yesterday where they tried to explain. Were you quite happy with the explanation from the league?
Sure, I don't know if I was entirely happy. I mean, look, the chaos is crazy. I've never seen anything like it for a cup final organized a derby. There's been so many derbies, and then why does this suddenly happen? That the system fails because of too much demand, and then 10,000 tickets are oversold. And when we speak of the chaos, there are some people who thought they had tickets, they booked accommodation, they booked travel, and they're going to go there and try and get tickets from touts. It's really a shocking situation. And then, like you say, Mahlatse, the explanation is it's difficult to wrap your head around that there was some kind of glitch because of too much demand. So there are some questions also. Maybe the ticket should have gone on sale earlier so that there wasn't so much of a rush. But even then, there's been derbies previously where tickets sold out in an hour and there wasn't this glitch. So what kind of glitch was it? That hasn't been explained to us, so I'm not entirely satisfied.
Yeah, I guess it can also explain to the fact that maybe bringing Sazi in, the experience and the technical know-how of these new guys who are selling tickets now. But Makulukulu, coming to you, this obviously means that security needs to be tight on Saturday, because if it's not, we may have a serious problem there.
Yeah, no, it has to be, especially if you consider what happened in 2021, especially with the riots, the looting. So I hope Commissioner Mkhwanazi will be ready, and also the Metropolis. Usually they handle these things quite well in Durban, so I don't really think there will be a problem, but I think they will be advised to take care of the situation way before anything bad happens then.
All right. A football match still has to be played. Marc, let me start with the Chiefs. They're going to this match and well, I guess they've been under pressure for the whole season. They've blown hot and cold, and you just never really want to know what to expect from Kaizer Chiefs.
You don't. Okay. So their form is really, let's be honest, is appalling. I think Nasreddine Nabi, Brahma wrote this piece where he really didn't pull the punches. Okay, it's a rebuilding season, but the signs of progress just haven't been there. There's got to be signs of progress as well. There have been some signings. It's not the best squad in the league. It's not a ninth place squad. Okay, and then going into the match, they are really in shocking form. They've won 1 game in 8 in the league. In all competitions. They've won 1 game in 10 in the league. Battling to even finish above their worst ever finish of 10th last season. Defeat against Pirates last weekend, which sets the tone a bit for this game. And then another defeat against, was it Gallant? Against Gallant, sorry. And before that. So really the form is shocking, but I think the big hope for Nabi and for Chiefs, in this competition they've actually been really good. So how much that counts for, I don't know, but they've scored 12 goals, they've conceded 2 in 4 games, they've seen off Stellenbosch, they've seen off Sundowns. That really shows you Chiefs know this is their last opportunity to avoid the spectacular embarrassment of going to a decade without a trophy. And they know that, and they've played in this competition. So that is the one big hope, and they're going to be playing like that. And it's against the arch foes. So much at stake for Chiefs. There's more at stake than even for Pirates, which we'll get to with Sazi. But there's a lot at stake for Chiefs, and I think that is the big motivating factor for them. And the one thing that might give Chiefs fans hope.
Makulukulu, with you, you have been very strong also on Chiefs. I mean, you follow them quite a lot. Some people are saying, win or lose for Chiefs may actually be bad for them, because if they win, they may think that they are on for something, even though they're still very much far compared to Pirates and Pirates, Sundowns, Stellenbosch, and the other teams that are at the top. Obviously, winning is good, but just how do you see this thing?
Everything is against Chiefs. I mean, even their records in the final. The past final, they played 4 finals, lost all of them. As Marc is saying, now is going for a decade without any kind of a trophy. But a derby is a derby, and a final is a final. Anyone can win on the day, and Chiefs may win, but it doesn't erase the fact that you still need a complete overhaul of the squad next season. Maybe even the coach himself, because I don't think he understands what he needs to do there. So even if they win, it's good for the record that they don't go a decade, but it doesn't mean that they don't have to do what they need to do to change things.
Just Chiefs, you were at the FNB over the weekend. What sort of changes do you expect from them?
Yeah, I think Miguel Inasho will come in. They don't have Bradley Coast because he got a red card against Paris last week. So maybe they will move to left back, and maybe they will still keep Solomons on the right, because Rivers has not been around. I think he's injured. And then maybe still have Kunika, but it's still not a strong back line. I'm not sure if they need to change the goalkeeper. They've been reliant on Bruce, but he has not been really sharp as far as I'm concerned. But you never know. Maybe for continuity they will keep him. I don't think they will change a lot in the midfield. Maybe Tele will come in for Nkosi Mpile. I don't think they can drop their captain, Yusuf
They need a bit of meat there.
Yeah, and I like what Nabi did actually last week to play Lilepo as a striker. I think that also helped them to get that goal. I think it's better there. And maybe Modi can do something, and Shabala, they're helping him. I don't think there will be a lot of changes. And Sereno maybe will also start here.
Because big game player, has been in finals before and all that kind of thing. Marc, Pirates, they are seen by many as the favorites. I'm sure they are favorites.
No, they are favourites. I mean, this is a team that reached the Champions League final this season. They pushed Sundowns a lot closer in the league, and they're still pushing them, even though it now looks like Sundowns are going to take it. I think there's a huge motivation for them too because of Riveiro. It'll be a real anticlimax because I think you writing a piece, Mahlatse, that when Riveiro announced his departure, there was the Champions League, the league, and the Nedbank Cup to play for. If they end up with none of those as he's leaving, I think it will be an anticlimax. So there's huge motivation for them to give a good send-off to the coach. They want to win 3 successive Nedbank Cups to add to what they did in the NTN 8, keep their proud domestic record going. It will be a record for Riveiro as well. I think 6 wins in a derby. In all competitions, the first coach to win 6 in a row. So there's huge motivation for Pirates. They are the favourites, and if I'm going to put my money on this game, I'm going to put it on Pirates. But that's the thing with a derby and with a cup final, and with Chiefs' motivation as well. That little bit of, and the way knowing that they're going to go to a decade without silverware, that's a huge thing for those guys carrying that badge. Maybe it's too much for Chiefs as well. Maybe they collapse under the pressure of that, because that's what they've done for the last 10 years. They've collapsed under the pressure. So Pirates are the favorite.
But one other thing, defense, the fact of defense. Chiefs usually draw more good crowds in Durban. So that will be one advantage for Chiefs. I think they have a chance.
They have a chance.
So just for you also, Marc touched on a bit on Riveiro. I think we can all agree that the guy has been a good addition to our football. What have you made of him?
Very good coach. Very good on details, and very humble in the fact that he doesn't take all the credit, especially with the introduction of the young players. He told us just this week that this has been a part of the club. vision going forward. So we embrace it, and a lot of young players are in that team, and the new coach really will have everything really ready for him to take over. And I think the depth of Pirates now is really good going to the next season. Yeah.
The amount of talent coming through at Pirates for the new coach is great. If I can add to what you were saying about Riveiro, I think technically he's been excellent.
Yeah.
And to reach a Champions League final, the first season in the Champions League, they went out against John and Galaxy, a big embarrassment.
Yeah.
The next one, they went unbeaten. They were one of the best teams in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And that really says something about the coach.
Yeah,
it really
does,
does.
yeah.
And I think technically amazing. Just wish he could do press conferences. That's one thing.
He hated them.
Him and Bandile Shandu, they must not come to Yeah, I guess as we're going to start wrapping up now, we don't want to be too long. Up and down season, but there's no doubt that he's a big game player.
Yeah.
If Pirates are to do good in this final, you'll think something special needs to come to this young kid.
Yeah, they call him what? King of
the 2000s.
Yeah.
Coco Melon.
I think he fits that name. Yeah, he's a man for big matches. I mean, he has proven even last season against Sundowns, he scored that winner. He's got a winner against Chiefs last week. 2
goals against Sundowns in the league.
2 goals. So he's the man to watch. I mean, he's got everything: confidence, technique, everything. Can take players on. He's our Lama.
Yeah, he's our Lama.
Yes.
Yeah. And this Pirates side, both of you, as we close now, very very balanced team. I don't think there'll be too many changes from the team that played in FNB. Maybe at the back, Shandu and Maku. Besides that, you probably go with the same team,
yeah, same team. I don't think we'll make changes. Mahopa has been doing extremely well up front, even if he's not scoring, but he's a good player
Keeps
in terms
busy.
of pressing and everything.
Movement of the ball.
Yeah. And then you have Gota, who's red hot as well, and then Rele, and then Makaula and Bata. Bata is coming back from suspension. So at the back, maybe you'll make a change with CBC coming back from suspension. Yeah. Maybe Kogi will start on the bench. TLB, Mbegazeli Mbogazi has been excellent.
Van Rooyen will be back, he played in the league.
Yes, and then Hoto, you can't leave out Hoto in that team, and then obviously Chaib. Yeah.
Team largely picks itself, position for position.
Yeah.
There's a few places you can change, but it's mostly. But yeah, I'm impressed with Sazi's. Wow. Every player in every team. Wow.
But
impressive.
You know what he has done now for Pirates? It's very difficult to reach because
Chiefs have been they change every week.
All those kinds of things. All right, I think we're gonna have to leave it here. This has been a first historic show. I'm gonna spare you for predictions. No predictions.
No. Let's leave the predictions.
Okay, I guess that's how we're gonna leave it. We hope that you enjoyed this show the way we bring it to you. We will be back next week with another hot topic that is coming out of South African football. And that's it from us. See you next week.
Shooting the brass.
Shooting the brass.